It's a horrifying ordeal. Sitaki mtu yote apitie whatever I have gone through. And now here I am seeking justice in my country, a country with the constitution of Kenya 2010, the best constitution in Africa. Even my Tanzanian people say, hiyo katiba mlionayo hakuna mtu ataipata nchi yoyote. Imeharibiwa na imekosewa maana kabisa. Nimenyimwa kuandika OB hapa. I've been denied a chance to write an OB, and now I have to depend on my lawyers for the next step of action. I don't have a passport. I don't have my yellow fever certificate. I don't have my 3 phones. I don't have my laptop. My valuables are stolen. And apart from that, these Kenyan guys, after sasa wamenidump kwenye ile forest, banda kunipiga, wakanivua saa yangu, Akasio edifice, wakaingia kwa wallet yangu, wakachukua ATM card zangu 2 za Absa. Sasa hivi I am completely, I don't know.
Mwabili alikuwa afanya kazi hoteli, hizi hotelia. Na amekaa Tanzania kwa muda mrefu kihalali. Ana vitambulisho vyake na kila kitu. Wakamshika, lakini hayo mwenye ataelezea. Lakini jambo ambalo latushangaza, sisi kwa sheria tunavyojua, OB unaweza kuandikisha pahala popote. Na pale upomshika wakamtupa kichani, kisha akafandi wetu Diani Police Station walikataa kumwandikisha OB. Wamekuja hapa pia wamekataa. Sasa tutauliza kuna kitu gani ambacho waficha?
We want to tell the government that his abduction was illegal, and according to Mwabili, there was potential state involvement. There was potential involvement by the Kenyan state and the Tanzanian state. And we've been with the OCS today to ensure that Mwabili has recorded a statement. But according to the OCS, they do not have jurisdiction to receive the complaint.
Now, one person was shot in the leg and several others injured after police officers disrupted a public gathering organized by members of parliament and leaders allied to Democracy for Citizens Party, that is DCP, in Gilgil town on Saturday. Now, the rally, which had drawn hundreds of residents, turned chaotic when police reportedly fired live bullets and lobbed tear gas canisters to disperse the crowd. Eyewitnesses said panic broke out as people scampered for safety amid the heavy police presence. The DCP leaders had earlier used the platform to sharply criticize the Kenya Kwanza administration, accusing it of mismanaging the economy and undermining the education sector. They also vowed to mobilize voters to oust the current leadership in the 2027 general elections. Right, at the same time, still matters politics. Leaders allied to the Democracy for Citizens Party, that is DCP, have renewed their criticism for Kenya Kwanza administration, accusing it of poor governance and failed leadership in key national sectors. Now, speaking during a public rally held in Gilgil town on Saturday, that is in Nakuru County, the DCP leaders lashed out at the government, citing economic mismanagement and a declining education system as evidence of Kenya Kwanza's failure. The leaders further vowed to mobilize voters across the country in a bid to unseat the Kenya Kwanza administration in the year 2027 general elections, promising a people-centered alternative to what they term as broken promises and misplaced priorities. Take a look.
Juzi wamesema hakuna pesa ya shule, na saa hizi tunaongea na wewe, yule mtu wa fire sijui mimi ni anasema noma si noma. Nasikia Komolo anapelekea watu pesa. Badala wapeleke hiyo pesa kwa shule ndio watoto wetu wasome bila malipo. Hiyo pesa wanapelekea watu kwa mfuko, na sisi tunasema wao lazima waende nyumbani raundi hii.
Wewe hauna haki kwa maisha ya binadamu yoyote wewe. Ile uhai tuko nayo hapana wewe ulitupatia. Na unajua wewe William Ruto, hiyo nguvu yote unajaribu ku-exercise, sisi ndio tulikupatia. Ulikuja hapa mlimani ukatutanganya. Ukikuja hapa unatusamia mwadhani ya gocho. Atambia ati Ngai ni mwega. Ati hende ciothe. Kwenda huko na hiyo. Kwenda huko na hiyo mwadhani ya gocho yako. Siku ingine huwezi danganya sisi. Na siku ingine sisi hatuwezi kusikiza maneno yako. Na wewe William Ruto ujue, watu ambao unapiga hapa, watu ya Gilgil, watu ya Mount Kenya, watu ya Kenya nzima, ambao unapiga vita wewe William Ruto, ambao unaharibu biashara yao, ambao unaua watoto yao. Wewe William Ruto, wewe William Ruto, wewe. Hii watu ambao unahangaisha wewe ndio walikufanya wewe ukuwe mkubwa. Na sisi ambao tulikufanya ukuwe rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, tuko na nguvu ya kukufanya ukuwe raia wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Sisi ndio tulijenga serikali yako. Neguo kana tiguo. Kama tuko na nguvu ya kujenga, tuko na nguvu ya kubomoa. Neguo kana tiguo.
Ukienda kwa debe, ukute ni William Ruto na Kondo, mtachagua nani? Ati Kondo? Wangapi wanasema wanachagua Kondo? William Ruto aende asiende? Ni one term. Ni one term.
Right, at the same time, National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah has taken a sharp jab at former Chief Justice and 2027 presidential aspirant David Maraga during a graduation ceremony in Laikipia County. Now, Ichung'wah defended the distribution of 1,000 Kenya shillings handouts at political rallies, describing it as a form of empowerment for the people. Now, this remarks comes in response to Maraga's public questioning of the value of 1,000 shillings amid Kenya's challenging economic climate.
Your Excellency, in conclusion, take heart. Yesterday I heard somebody saying that the empowerment programs you are doing are meaningless and useless. And arrogantly they were asking, what can 1,000 shillings do? Your Excellency, you know, for those of us who have come from far, we know not just 1,000 shillings, even 500 shillings can make a difference in somebody's life. Kuna mtu, hawa watu tunachangia wa bodaboda. Hatuchangi pesa ati wagawiwe 1,100. Waweke sako, wajimudu kimaisha. Kesho kuna mwenye atapata loan kwa hiyo sako, apate bodaboda yake. Na nilishangaa Your Excellency, mwenye anauliza hayo amekuwa Chief Justice, ako na karibu miaka 70s what? 70. Umefanya kazi miaka 50. Na unadharau watu sababu hawana nafasi ya kufanya ile kazi wewe umefanya. Lakini pia unatafuta kiti cha urais. Na ukitafuta kiti cha urais unaambia Wakenya wakuchangie 300, 100, 500. Yaani wewe unaona ni sawa Wakenya wakuchangie 500 lakini hutaki wapewe 1,000. Iko haki hapo kweli? Therefore, if you want to empower people, if you want to be empowered to become the president of Kenya, allow us, those who have a heart to help the downtrodden and those who we serve, allow us also to empower them as we are doing here today.
Now, away from matters politics, Nandi Hills Member of Parliament Bernard Kitur has called on the government to launch a fresh and independent investigation into the Shakahola massacre, suggesting that the incident may be linked to an illegal human organ trafficking network. Now, speaking in Kapsabet town, Kitur criticized the parliamentary committee that handled the matter, accusing it of ignoring crucial forensic medical evidence presented by post-mortem experts. His remarks comes just days after Health Cabinet Secretary Edin Duale publicly named former KSS Member of Parliament Dr. Swarup Mishra as a suspect in the ongoing probe, hinting that the Shakahola killings may have been a cover-up for a larger criminal enterprise. Now, MP Kitur urged the country's security and intelligence services to act swiftly in uncovering the truth behind the killings and bring the individuals involved to justice.
Where was the county commander? Where was the county criminal investigations officer in Uasin Gishu when all this were happening? I want to make it clear, I have raised time and again that my life is in danger over this issue of the organ harvesting, because the county security officers in Eldoret are culpable. They are part of this ring. The county commander, the county criminal investigations officer, and over 10 officers in Eldoret who have been there for over 10 years. The county commander, the county criminal investigations officer has been in Eldoret now to close to 6 years. And when you follow it behind, you will notice the County Criminal Investigations Officer actually came from Kilifi, Shakahola. And there could be some connections between this illegal organ harvesting and the things that happen in Shakahola. I looked at the Senate report on the issue of Shakahola, where there was no mention on the report of the pathologist or on the report of the county security officers of Kilifi as part of the critical evidence that would have been used in coming up with a credible report over the issue of the massacre and the death in mass numbers in Shakahola. I have gone to the Inspector General of Police. I have done letters. I have done the same to DIG. I have done the same to the CID, DCI. I have said, your officers in Uasin Gishu are culpable. They are part of this ring. In fact, they stay in Mishra's home, literally, because they are being given the money, the proceeds of selling the organs of our people.
All right, when we want to matters healthcare, Nakuru Senator Tabitha Keroche has raised the alarm over the deteriorating state of healthcare in the county, accusing the county government of failing to provide basic medical services to its residents. Now, speaking during a public meeting, Senator Keroche criticized the county leadership for neglecting the health sector, revealing that Nakuru County currently lacks a functional CT scan machine, while the existing one is non-operational. Now, she further revealed that the county, which serves on estimated 2 million people, has only one operational ambulance, a situation she described as both unacceptable and dangerous. Senator also took a swipe at the current county administration, arguing that the core problem lies in poor leadership rather than lack of resources.
Ile pesa tunalete hapa, na nimesema, sijui kama mmeona nikisema, imetosha kuhakikisha every year tunavuvua kiwanda 1, 2, 3 ya kuhakikisha vijana wetu wanapata nini? Kazi. Hii Nakuru County budget yake mkiangalia ni 22 to 25 billion. 22 to 25 billion. Sijui kama unajua hiyo pesa ni kusema nini. Si ni pesa mingi sana. Ni sisi number 2 from Nairobi, sisi ndio number 2. Na hiyo inaweza jenga industrial parks kama 50. Na one industrial park inaweza ajiri watu 1000. Kwa moja Muranga. Wale muliona wakilaunch industrial park like 2 months ago, isn't it 2 months ago? They are equitable, sisi tukipata equitable share ya 14.8 billion kama sasa. Tumepewa 14.8 billion. Utaenda ukute Muranga ni 7 billion. Kwa hivyo wanakuwa nusu yetu. Na huyo governor already amejenga industrial park moja. Kwetu hakuna hata moja. Governor ametumia 540 million kutravel alone abroad. Na hakuna kitu ameleta. Ukienda hospital alileta mtoto. Alileta mapacha. 540 million. It is enough kununua 11 CT scans. 11 ngapi? Saa hii ukienda hospitali zote za Nakuru hakuna hata moja iko na CT scan. Tuko mmoja? Ile iko naye ni PGH na iliharibika 1 month ago. Hiyo pesa, the same money, kama sio CT scan inaweza nunua 108 ambulances. Ukienda PGH ni ka ambulance kama ndio kana serve over 2 million people. One ka nini ka ambulance. Kana haribika, unasikia hakuna nini. Kwa hivyo ukiwa mgonjwa unapelekwa, unarifaiwa kwenda private hospital Nakuru, kwa sababu sasa hakuna CT scan, hakuna na x-ray. Hiyo pesa 540. X-ray moja ni 1 million. Na unaenda hapa Naivasha unakuta hata x-ray moja hata hakuna. Tuko moja na. Kwa hivyo hii Nakuru inataka leader. Sio manager, sio politician. Tuko mmoja. Kwa sababu is a business hub, inataka nini? Leader, manager, kwa sababu haitaki politician. Kwa hivyo ile makosa tuifanya kwanza ni kuchagua governor awe nini? Politician.
Right, still Mother's Healthcare Nakuru, or rather Meru County, has received a major boost in healthcare delivery after receiving essential drugs worth 28.9 million Kenya shillings, even as the number of residents enrolled in Social Health Authority, that is SHA, medical cover continues to rise. Now, speaking to the media, Meru Governor Isaac Mutuma Medhingia commended the delivery, saying the supply of vital medications will significantly improve services at health facilities across the county. Governor Medhingia also noted that a positive trend in SHA registration has climbed to that 2% from 28 and urged more residents to enroll in the government-backed health insurance program. He emphasized that a strong health system is key for economic growth, adding that his administration remains committed to improving healthcare access and equality for Meru residents.
Tumeweza kuleta mandawa kwa mahospitali zetu. The first one tulileta ilikuwa ni ya 17 million. Ya leo ni 28.9 million, and there is another consignment that will be coming in the next 2 weeks. I'm informed of 12 million for the last financial year, and for this financial year 2025-2026 we have budgeted 300 plus million so that we take care of our people, because we know health is our wealth, and if our community is healthy, we are able to render or give services in other areas, including in building our Meru County in different aspects of lives. Secondly, ningeomba watu wetu wa Meru tujiandikishe kwa mpango wa huduma ya afya provided by the national government, inaitwa SHA. Nitawakumbusha tena ya kwamba kama Wameru tumekabiliwa na janga la ugonjwa wa saratani, na la kufurahisha ni kwamba huu mpango wa SHA unasaidia pia wale ambao tumeathiriwa na ugonjwa wa saratani, na kwa hivyo ningewaomba haswa hospitali zetu, na ningependa kuwapongeza Dr. Mugambi and our department for health plus the teams on the ground, our MOHs, kwa sababu ya juhudi. 2 months ago tulikuwa 29% in terms of registration kwa SHA nationally, but now 27%, but now Dr. Mugambi we are at 33%. You can see the improvement due to the emphasis and the civic education that we are giving to our people on the importance of registering our families, our friends, people in the market, in worship centers, in this insurance program.
Right, moving on, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has directed the Kenya Wildlife Service, that is KWS, to urgently address the rising threat of hyenas attacks in Njoro, Nakuru County, following a series of distressing incidents that has left residents in fear and mourning. Now, speaking during a community empowerment event in Njoro, Kindiki expressed concern over the rising cases of human-wildlife conflict in the area. He cited a recent tragic incident in which a child was killed and over 15 goats and sheep were mauled by hyenas. Now, Deputy President assured affected families that the government would compensate those who lost their loved ones or livestock due to the attacks. He emphasized that wildlife should not be a threat to communities, and the swift intervention and necessary to prevent further loss of life and property will be taken.
Kwa njia ya kipekee niombe radhi na nitoe rambirambi zangu za dhati, na lazima tujizatiti kama serikali kuhakikisha kwamba kwenda mbele hatutapoteza watu wetu, hatutapoteza watoto wetu kwa mambo ya wanyama wa porini. Natoa pole zangu kwa hiyo ajali ambayo imepotea, na tumetoa amri kwa shirika la kulinda wanyama vyovyote vile, juu chini, mbele nyuma, kushoto kulia, ni lazima wahakikishe wamelinda wananchi wa Nakuru na wananchi wa Kenya kutokana na madhara na vifo ambavyo vinaletwa na wanyama wa porini jameni. Na mimi nikitoka hapa, mimi nitatoa rambirambi yangu kwa hiyo familia kupitia Mheshimiwa Charity Kadhambi ambaye atanipelekea kwa familia hii.
Right now, let's get spotted. President William Ruto has announced a generous financial reward scheme for the national football team Harambee Stars ahead of the 2024 African Nations Championship, that is CHAN, which kicks off today in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Now, speaking during a breakfast meeting in the team at the Pullman Hotel in Nairobi on Saturday, President William Ruto pledged a 600 million Kenya shillings reward if the team wins the tournament. Now, he further committed 60 million Kenya shillings if the team reaches the quarterfinals, 70 million Kenya shillings for the semi-finals, and 90 million Kenya shillings if they qualify for the finals. Now, in addition to the team rewards, each player will receive 1 million Kenya shillings for every match won and 500 Kenya shillings, thousands, for every drawn during competition. Now, the CHAN 2024 tournament is being co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, marking out the first time Kenya is participating as a host nation. Harambee Stars are set to face the Democratic Republic of Congo in their first match on Sunday. President William Ruto also used the occasion to rally national support for the team, urging Kenyans to temporarily set aside political differences and unite behind the Stars.
Niliwaambia mkitupanga na ushindi, mimi napanga na nyinyi. Si ndio? Si tulikubaliana hivyo? Yes. Haya. Sasa bwana captain. Yes. We want to make a deal. Okay. Si ndio? You guys, you can sit. We want to make a deal. For every game. For every game you win, yeah, every player here gets 1 million shillings. Yeah, for every game you draw, 500,000 shillings. Tuko sawa? Sawa kabisa. Alafu tulikubaliana huyu Mvuria na watu yangu walikuwa wamepanga, akasema mkimaliza finals pesa yenu itakuwa imefika 200 million, lakini nimebadilisha nikasema mkimaliza finals pesa yenu yote itakuwa 600 million. You have our support, guys. You have our goodwill. You have our prayers. You are our team. And as I have said, we will be there to cheer you. The spirit of football, the Harambee Stars out there is already palpable. People can feel. Watu wameanza and it's because we want to make history as a nation. Kenya is a great nation. We can only make it greater by doing what everybody must do. Kila mtu acheze kama yeye. This is a very historic moment for Kenya. It is the first time in the history of football that Kenya is hosting CHAN.
Right, at the same time, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has assured the public of comprehensive security measures ahead of the 2024 African Nations Championship, that is CHAN, which is set to kick off on Sunday. Now, speaking in anticipation of the tournament's opening, CS Murkomen emphasized that all necessary preparations had been made to ensure the safety of players, fans, and visiting delegations across all venues in the host cities. Now, Kenya is co-hosting the month-long tournament alongside Uganda and Tanzania. He added that security agencies have deployed elaborate plans plans to manage crowds, facilitate smooth movement, and create a safe environment for all participants and visitors.
This is like a curtain raiser for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, and so our preparations, including in the security sector, is to test our capabilities and help us prepare ourselves for hosting Africa Cup of Nations. Remember that as a country we've never hosted such major tournaments, football tournament, for a long time. The last time we did that was in 1987. Sports is an act of patriotism, an act of national patriotism. This is a time that we must rise above our sectarian interest and look at the country, because Article 10 of our Constitution is emphasizing that we are patriots, and it's important to demonstrate the value of patriotism to our national team and not to reduce our national team to our parochial sectarian interest. Security is beefed up in Nairobi. Our all security agencies are working in a multi-agency approach to make sure that they cover the entire city and they cover this sports facility very well. So let's be as hospitable as possible, and then also tap the business opportunities that comes with visitors coming to stay in our hotels, go to our markets, visit the national park and many other places. And our duty in the Ministry of Interior is to make sure that all those events happen in a peaceful environment.
Right, moving on, as Ali Gedi Dida Volleyball Cup tournament continued at the Changamwe Volleyball Courts, event sponsor Ali Gedi Dida expressed his disappointment over the absence of local school teams from the competition. Now, speaking on the sidelines of the event, Dida noted that 12 schools from distant regions had sent their teams to participate. None of the host area of Changamwe were presented. Now, he urged teachers in both primary and secondary schools in Changamwe to actively involve the students in such competitions, especially those with an interest or talent in volleyball. Now, the tournament is set to conclude tomorrow with the finals, where winners will walk away with a variety of prizes. Now, Dida assured participants that the event is well organized and that rewards for winners are in plenty. Meanwhile, Coast Regional Volleyball Federation Fixture Officer Donald Mosheke lauded the high levels of discipline displayed throughout the tournament. He also called on corporates and stakeholders to come forward and support volleyball clubs in the Coast region.
Leo ni siku ya kwanza kwa tournament hii ya Gedi. Tunashukuru na timu zimejitokeza mapema kuanza leo mapema sana. Timu zimekuwa na ushindani, kupata wageni kutoka Nairobi, tuko na Mbazila, tuko na Wajia Airbase, vile wakiwa wanaonyesha mchezo mzuri na mashabiki wanaona mchezo wa hali ya juu. Tuko na shule kutoka kule Kilifi, North Coast. Vile tunashukuru tuko na Coastal Queens na Jomvu wamejitokeza. Shukrani kubwa tukipata timu mpya kama vile Catholic wameweza kujitokeza, Catholic ya Changamwe wamefurahia na imekuwa na maana kwa sababu tumeleta mchezo hapa kwao na wamejitokeza. Leo katika ratiba yetu tunapangia kumaliza quarter finals, robo finali leo. Kesho ndio tuweze kucheza nusu finali. Kilele cha mashindano haya yatakuwa kesho. Kuna zawadi kemkem, wacheza bora, wenye nidhamu, wote watazawadiwa. Shukrani zote ziende kwa Dida wakiwa wameshirikiana na Mombasa Volleyball Association.
Jambo ambalo kidogo inatutangaza ni kwamba timu zetu za shule zetu hapa za Changamwe kama Mombasa County sana sana mahali wa volleyball imehusika ni hapa Changamwe, na timu za Changamwe, shule za Changamwe huwa zileti timu hapa katika kwa ile mchezo wa volleyball. Tunaomba walimu wakuu na wakuu wa elimu katika Changamwe County wajitahidi walete shule ili watoto ambao wako na talent yao waonekane baadaye pia wanaweza kuangalia. Vilevile hii tunataka promote community. Mimi naomba walimu walete watoto katika mchezo wa volleyball, sana wale wako hapa Changamwe kama Changamwe shule zimetoka mbali wanashiriki, lakini Changamwe hawashiriki kidogo. Sisi kama watu wa Changamwe furahi sana. Asante.
Right, and it goes without saying, of course, there is a game currently going on in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, that is Chan 2024. And you'll remember that Chan 2024 is actually set to, take place in the recent year, that is 2024, but was rescheduled for 2025. Now Tanzania is taking lead with 1-0 against Burkina Faso. That is currently going on right now in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Of course, we shall be keeping tabs with these Chan Sports and shall be bringing you real-time news updates concerning that. Also, on Sunday, there will be a match in Kenya with Kenya and another team in, of course, let me take a look at that particular. Kenya will be going head on with Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, on Sunday right here in Kenya. Shall be keeping tabs, of course, with that, and shall be bringing you that in our subsequent bulletins. My name is Martin Macharia, and that particular on the program, you've been watching EBN Weekend Edition. Many thanks, of course, keeping us company here on the program, and of course your feedback here on Facebook and as well as through our SMS line, that is 23059. We do appreciate your viewership and feedback here on the program. My name is Martin Macharia. Once again, do have yourself a lovely night. Remember to go to church tomorrow, and as always, let's do this again when God says we do.